if you didn't believe it before, people, it's because you haven't seen what we've seen. When I say it, I mean the question that we all have been asking from the time we were cavemen or cave people, cave X's and Y's, to the time of now, to the regular time, in whatever universe you are. The question that we always ask: is there a God? Is there an afterlife? Who am I? Where do I belong? Did you not watch Con Air? Did you not see the proof? Rob, do you know what I'm talking about? Did you watch? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I had to watch this at least a million times. I'm still watching it right now in the background,
Yeah.
and I still don't believe it.
What school did you go to? And this is to the crowd that didn't show you this, because I'd ask for my money back. If you took a theology class, if you took a philosophy class, and they didn't show you this movie, I'd go to the principal, I'd go to the dean, and I'd ask for my money back.
I mean, in film class, we had an entire semester on this scene alone, right? Con Air was a full year, spring, fall.
Mm-hmm.
You had to sign up in the spring and show up again in the fall for this class because you had to do summer reading as well. Like I said, spring was this scene alone.
And we're only breaking down this scene because, like you said, you could have an entire dissertation on this specific scene, because this is the scene to end all scenes. This is something that we just didn't talk about it because I thought everybody knew. And I'm sorry that, my what do you call it? My confirmation. I'm in a bubble, and the bubble that I am in is full of people that have seen this and just understand it just, as a fact. We're talking about the existence of God and how Nicolas Cage proved it. And he showed the world. And we have to thank Michael Bay. We have to thank John Malkovich. We have to thank Bubba Gump. And I apologize for not knowing his actual name, and his name is not Bubba Gump. I think his name is Bubba something. I apologize to the actor.
John Cusack.
John motherfucking Cusack. John serial killer Cusack. And here's the scene.
Mykelti T. Williamson. Is that Baby O?
Oh, yeah, Baby O. And then we have Danny Trejo as Johnny 13. So there's a full cast that we have to thank, and, applause for them. Here's the scene in question. And this is gonna, there's blood, trigger warning for blood, trigger warning for violence. But if you don't think this is how, you prove God is real, then I don't know. And there's even a whole movie about this scene called God is Real, where they just talk about this scene. So here is the scene in question. Here we go, roll it.
All I can think about is there ain't no God. He don't exist. Hey, where you going?
I'm gonna show you God does exist.
Fire! Follow, you son of a bitch! Cease fire! Freeze, little big boy!
Okay, so I had to pause for a minute to wipe away my tears. But there it is. Proof. God does exist. When you hear Baby O, and he's saying, like, there ain't no God, like God doesn't exist, and you just see the defeat in his eyes. And then he says, where are you going? I don't want to reenact the whole scene, but maybe I will. He says, I'm going to show you God does exist. And he does. He stops the plane. They're shooting at it. he gets John Cusack to call off the helicopters that were going to shoot down the plane and kill everybody in it, including Steve Buscemi. God is real, guys. Proof. Period. Like they say now.
I think Nietzsche sent in an apology letter, famously after that scene.
Yeah. You know, God is dead. He had to revise that to God is alive and well.
Yeah, you have to get the new print after the post Con Air print of that essay, because you'll see in the appendix, you'll see he puts it right there. He says, "I'm sorry. You know, see Con Air. Disregard everything you read before this."
And you know, shout out to Nietzsche just for having the cojones to do that. You know, basically the premise of his entire book is just shattered by Nicolas Cage. But he had the wherewithal to say it. And I'm glad that he said it. I'm glad that he admitted to it. He copped to it, because Con Air is in the Library of Congress. It's been submitted. It's truth. And that's it. That's that, guys. Done. So if you had any doubts, throw them away, put them in a wastebasket, and find Con Air and put it in a shrine, because that's the definitive proof you need. That's all you need. And God is real, dude. And Nicolas Cage fucking said it.
God bless.